Hey everybody, Jason Miles here, and I'm super excited to be able to share with you live selling QVC style on Amazon and beyond. So let's jump into the presentation. I've got a lot to show you today. We're going to cover the opportunity, we're going to talk about specific strategies, and then we're going to talk about the tools you need to be successful. So let's go, let's jump in, and I think we're going to have a great time together. So let me share my deck here and pull it up. So, a little bit about me before we begin very quickly. I spent 25 years in the nonprofit sector. My wife and I run a charity called So Powerful as our holy side hustle, I guess you could call it. And in 2007, we started selling online. We needed money, so we started on eBay, and then we built Pixie Fair, which you can check out. In 2015, we were featured by Shopify in this article that sort of blew up. That led to Udemy courses on Shopify and to writing books and to podcasting. So I love teaching. I love talking about new tech and opportunities to use it successfully for e-commerce. So that's what led me to really exploring how to do live selling QVC style, which we do, and want to teach you about it today. So just a few mornings ago, I was watching CNBC, drinking my coffee, waking up, and I saw this whole segment on e-commerce and live streaming, and they had a lot of experts on talking about the opportunity, and it caught my attention because I knew I was going to be doing this presentation, so I took a few screenshots here. The story talked about how many e-commerce platforms are taking advantage of live streaming. It's not just Amazon, of course, but Walmart, Nordstrom, Petco, Bloomingdale's, Alibaba, and on and on. And of course, if you have your own Shopify site, you can do this too. So my specific use cases that I'm going to talk about today are Amazon and how to do the live selling and live streaming onto Amazon, and then also on social sites using your own Shopify site as sort of the sales methodology. So let's keep going through some of the opportunity here. According to this interesting segment on CNBC, they said in 2020, live streaming in the U.S. was a $6 billion opportunity, and by the end of 2021, I guess that's just a few months away here, it's scheduled to be $11 billion value or revenue driver for businesses, and by the end of 2023, $25 billion value in live stream selling. So it's becoming a huge opportunity, and this segment went on and on about it. What I thought was interesting, which they kind of glossed over and didn't talk about, maybe they weren't familiar, but I really believe that the live streaming wars or the live selling wars started at a specific time, and that's when the QVC company purchased Zulily, which is a local e-commerce company here in Seattle where I live. I think that what happened was Zulily scaled. They were $1 billion enterprise, and that's right, literally down the road from Amazon headquarters. And when QVC parent company purchased a Zulily, I think it really caught the attention of Amazon people, and then they started to build out what's happening, on Amazon compared to HSN and QVC, and really begun the process of creating a system where live selling could occur on the Amazon platform, which of course it is really robustly happening now. If you're not familiar with the live selling opportunity on Amazon, all you have to do is simply go to the Amazon homepage, scroll down about halfway, and you'll see live videos. And then you'll see a whole collection of videos that are streaming live in the moment, and then also replays. So it's a huge opportunity. And I want to walk you through technically sort of how to do this and some of the strategies around it as well. So the top level strategy that we're trying to accomplish here is broadcast from one camera, like what I'm doing right now, to many locations or distribution points. And so you can broadcast from one camera to many social sites, to Facebook groups, or to Amazon as a destination. And so this is sort of the underlying concept. Now you can live stream from your laptop or your desktop camera into one or all of these, destinations. So it can be from one to one or from one to many. It's your choice. And so the big question you might be asking is, how do you do it? Like, what are the tools or the process involved in doing it? So let me walk you through some of that. The short answer on the broadcasting side is StreamYard. StreamYard is absolutely the tool to check out. It's got amazing bells and whistles. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and I'll switch over and do some screen sharing here in a moment so you can see how StreamYard helps. Now, people have been doing Facebook Lives for a long time just onto Facebook. That's obviously limited. And then they were also doing Zoom videos for a time that allowed you to push into a couple different destinations. But StreamYard has made it so simple. It allows you to use its amazing back-end tools to set up these live events in such a way that you really can control it like a TV show. And so I'm going to walk you through some of how to do that here in the next couple minutes. But let me just mention before we dive into the details of StreamYard, the other path that's very common that my clients do regularly and that I do as well is stream to social sites and then have your website be the way in which you make e-commerce transactions occur. And so that path looks like, broadcasting from your computer through the social sites and then calls to action that occur. Take the viewers to your Shopify store. And a pro tip: there's a fantastic app if Facebook is one of your destination sites and you want to sell directly on Facebook in an integrated way. You want to check out the app called Sold Live Facebook Comment Selling. And there are several apps in the App Store and Shopify that will do similar things, but this is a terrific app. And it allows you to basically just simply make a note in your Facebook live event in the description and tell people if they want to comment on the specific product number, that then it will automatically kick off a little pop-up in Facebook Messenger that allows them then to transact straight through to your Shopify store. It's very slick. Search for it in the App Store if you're interested in that and learn more about it. It's a really, really important tool. So again, it's called Sold Live : Face FB Comment Selling. What a name. But anyway, search for that and use that if you're interested in live streaming, with the outcome being transactions that occur through your Shopify site. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about this whole idea of broadcasting from StreamYard into Amazon. And there's a couple nuances there that we want to talk about. Basically, you have the ability to do this through the Amazon Creator app as one component of connecting it together. And then you're eligible to do it if you're brand registered or you're in the influencer program. And so I'm not going to walk through the specific technical details about how to link up the tool here with Amazon, but basically I'll give you a resource for how to do from StreamYard to Amazon, and share my screen in a moment and give you a resource for how to do that. I wish I could walk through all those details and steps, but in the sake of brevity for this presentation, I'll just give you the resource link that you can check it out yourself. Okay, so now we've talked about the strategy. Let's talk about some specific techniques or tools that you'll want to use for doing your live selling. And I'm just going to take some screenshots and examples here, and then I'm going to show you how to accomplish them using StreamYard. So let's dive into this. So just do 3 or 4 specific types of live stream tools that many people do. The first one is what I call a hands down cam, or we could call it product cam. This is where you've got something that you want to show close up on camera, and you can see in this Amazon Live session, this is StreamYard as the tool. I would bet 99% that it's StreamYard because of the layout, and you can see. If I just zoom in a bit, you can see that there's a hands down cam in the middle that's full size, and then the guy's on person camera is over to the left. not dissimilar to what I'm doing exactly right now that I'm showing you. So how do you achieve this in StreamYard? It's very simple. It's a little hack, really, but it's quite obvious once you realize it. This is us doing it, by the way, in our So Powerful Lives. What we do is we just invite another user to be a co-presenter with us, and that user is our phone. And so in the back end of StreamYard, when you log in, down in the control panel, there'll be a thing that says invite. And you simply invite someone. It pops up with this code. You cut and paste that code into an email or to a text in any way you can to get it from your desktop to your phone. And then you just open it with your phone. And then you've got this second presenter. And the second presenter you put on the screen just like your primary presenter. I could do that right now and switch my screen around. So here I'm full screen. If I had a second presenter, if I had done my phone, it would be side by side with me, and it would look very much like that. So hopefully that makes sense. Very simple hack, easy to do. And then you've got hands down cam. Now, the setup that you're looking at right now on the right-hand side of the screen is my wife's phone, and she puts it in a ring light with a little what do you call it, like phone grip tool that's just pointing straight down at a table. And for our charity So Powerful Live events, we do this and we show people's purses that they've made for our program in Zambia, and we have somebody manning the hands down cam, and they're just constantly showing product. And so for our lives, we have that on the screen, either full screen or small screen next to us as we present. So there you have it. That's hands down cam. Another thing that you can do is you can do overlays. So overlays are classic Home Shopping Network content, and QVC Home Shopping Network style lives always have the overlay with their for pay option or whatever it is and all the product detail, flex pay, all that kind of stuff. You can totally recreate this. And so the way you do that in StreamYard is called a overlay. And so the overlay here is a tool that you can just upload. Now, how do you make your overlay in such a way that it's that looks like that? Well, the answer is very simple. It's StreamYard. And so I'm going to just stop sharing for a minute, and then I'm going to share my other browser, and I'll show you exactly what to do in StreamYard that allows you to do this very, very simply. So just give me 1 second to switch around. Okay, so this is this is Canva. I apologize if I just said StreamYard like twice. Canva is the tool that you use, and in Canva you just make a clear document that has the text you want on it, and you save it as a clear PNG file. So this is my Canva, and I've got it set up as a clear PNG file. I will simply download it. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah, download it as a clear PNG file, save it to your desktop, and then in your StreamYard, you just upload it as an overlay file. And it's quite simple. When you upload it as an overlay file, you can add it anytime. So for example, on this presentation I'm doing, I will add my version of that. And there it is. So there's my overlay. So it's quite big. In fact, my first version was even bigger, but you can see I can just toggle between them. Super simple, right? Not a big deal. And I can remove it once I'm done with it. And it's that simple. So if you're live selling and you have specific product photos, or you have call to action text like there it is, Home Shopping Network style, you literally in the back end of StreamYard can just click on the overlay you want, and it'll pop up while you're talking. You just have to figure out how to position your face properly and get the right sized PNG file to add. And once you do it a few times, you've got it on lockdown. No big deal at all. So hopefully that makes sense. That is called overlays. Simple tool to use. So let me keep going here. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint, Yeah, so there. Oh, sorry, I got to get rid of my overlay here. So there's overlays in the back end of Canva. Now, I can't show the back end of Canva and do this live with you because it glitches out and does a weird Inception deal where it shows you 50 million versions in a weird way. But anyway, you get the idea. That's the overlay feature. And then we've got other tools we can use. One is very, very common called a banner. And usually we think of banners at the top, but in StreamYard, they're at the bottom for whatever reason. This is Shailene Johnson and her Pio infomercial. It's a very classic infomercial technique to have that kind of banner at the bottom. And so in the back end of StreamYard, you just go to the right-hand column and there's something called banners, and you can set them up. You can set them up ahead of time, and then you can just literally turn them on while you're presenting. So I'll actually do that. So what should I say here? I've got 4 or 5 things from an old presentation. So here you go. So I'll just turn on my banner. So this one says some messaging that I plugged in previous or earlier. And there it is. Now, this is a scrolling banner. If you wanted to have a fixed banner like the one in Shailene's presentation, what you would do is simply save a Canva file with a strip along the bottom. And then you would have the information at the bottom that would look more kind of graphically treated. So, okay, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you're tracking with me. I'm going to turn off that banner. But let me just also mention one thing quickly, a pro tip about banners. Facebook, as well as Amazon, when you're streaming live, will transcribe your presentation on the fly, and it throws it at the bottom 25% of the screen, and that can really conflict with any content or information that's on a banner. So you're probably better off in live presentations to do something more like the text overlay on the left-hand side, so that so it doesn't conflict with those transcriptions that are always happening on the bottom of your screen. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So that's banners. What else? Oh, videos. Videos are very easy to do in StreamYard. You simply upload the video ahead of time, and then when you're ready to play it in your presentation, you just hit play in the back end. Now, I didn't do that for this presentation that I'm doing right now, because as you can tell, I'm using StreamYard to record this presentation. I'm not broadcasting it anywhere. I'm just recording it, which is another fun feature of StreamYard. But anyway, if you have your videos uploaded ahead of time, this is just a screenshot of a video that was on Home Shopping Network. You simply just hit play, and it starts to go in the presentation. In the back end of StreamYard, you upload it under this section called video clips. So video clips are there. So that's videos. What else do we have? There are more things that you can use StreamYard for, including creating a logo and a theme, to your presentation. This logo and theme that I'm using for my presentation right now, there's no logo technically, and there is no real background that I'm using. But I could change those things if I wanted to. That's under the branding tab. I could, for example, put a logo in the top right corner. So there you have my logo that just popped up. I've got other ones loaded that I could add. You get the idea here. And I could also change the background if I wanted to. So here's a background change. So that's some kind of purple fractal thing going. You get the idea. So those are videos and backgrounds. Okay, so let me walk through the summary of tools that you need to be successful to rig up selling on Amazon Live or selling on social sites that you then can use your StreamYard for or your Shopify site for. StreamYard's the go-to. Absolutely check it out. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I'm just telling you it's the best tool that I've found. Use Canva to create your graphics, and then use the sold live Facebook comment selling app, Shopify, if you want to have Facebook group participants or Facebook page participants simply be able to enter a comment and have it kick off a Facebook Messenger conversation with them with a link to buy the product. Okay, so hopefully this makes a ton of sense, and you're starting to understand the magic behind some of these really fun and interesting Facebook and Amazon presentations that you've seen. So let me stop sharing my deck here, and we've got a few minutes left. I'm going to walk you through how to actually set up a StreamYard presentation. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment here. I'm going to switch over and try to, on the fly, show you how to do setup of a presentation. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go. Here we are. So, no, sorry. Take me just a second. Apologize. Technical difficulties. Not really. Just click the wrong button. So I'm going to browse to sharing my. Here we are. Okay, so I am in the back end of StreamYard, and I'm going to create a new presentation. So a couple things to point out. A presentation can be, as I mentioned previously, just recorded, or you can send it to a destination. Now, one of the destinations can be Amazon, or it can be Facebook Live on a page. It can be in a Facebook in a group. It can be on YouTube. It can be on LinkedIn, and on and on. So if you want to add a destination, for example, if you wanted to add Amazon, you would just click Add Destination, and you can see all the options that exist. Now, you don't see Amazon here, but what you do see is Custom RTMP. And the Custom RTMP is the tool that you use to set up your link to broadcast on Amazon. And as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, I was going to give you a pro tip on how to actually go through that process. So there's a video by the StreamYard folks that's called How to Live Stream on Amazon Using StreamYard Tutorial 2020. And it walks you through the details. It shows you how to get the URL and stream key so that you can go from StreamYard into Amazon. So search for this video. Hopefully you don't mind that I just am punting on this part of it. And I want to give you that as a takeaway, and then you can walk through how to do it on your own StreamYard account. Okay, so back to StreamYard. I'm going to set up a broadcast, and I'll show you how to do it here. I'm going to create a new broadcast, and this broadcast, the first thing it does is ask me where I want it to go to. And so I'm going to have it go to my So Powerful page, because the one I'm going to do is for live that we're doing on Monday. I'm going to also have it do our So Powerful Facebook group. I'm also going to have it go to, let's see, anything else? Oh, our So Powerful YouTube channel. And I think that'll be it. Let me just see what else I've got in the hopper here. Yeah, those are the places I'm going to have it set up. And I'm going to call it So Powerful Live. September 6th, 2021. And I'm just going to draw in a little description. Join us as we celebrate the purse makers that have contributed in the last few weeks. And then I'm going to, importantly, schedule this for later. And then I'm going to upload a thumbnail, which I made. You'll not be surprised, but it was in Canva that I made it. So I'm going to upload this thumbnail. I don't know if you can see all this stuff, but I'm browsing to my desktop, and I have got a thumbnail that I've already created. Let's see if I can find it here and add it. Sorry, it might take me a minute. Nope. I know it's here. Technical difficulties. Well, okay, maybe it's not. Apologize. Ah, here it is. I found it. Okay, so there it is. Sorry about that. Real-time problems here. So I set this up in Canva, and that's my little thumbnail for my event, and it's scheduled for Monday, the 6th at noon Pacific time. And I'm going to then hit customize for each destination. And it'll basically allow me to change the details for Facebook versus YouTube versus whatever, if I was going into Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. So this is all fine because it's all the same exact thing. And I'm going to hit create broadcast. Now, the create broadcast is then set. And on these specific platforms, it will have a placard, this one that I uploaded, that will be a placeholder for the event. So I can go to my Facebook page or my Facebook group, go to my YouTube channel, and I can see the destination. In fact, I'll show you, for example, just on, let's see, one of them. I'll go to the Facebook group. So here we are, continue to Facebook, and then you're going to see this event is now set up in my Facebook group. And there it is. Oh, sorry, message from my business partner. So there's the detail. And you can see it set up as an event. And people can see this just now. They can get it a reminder, all that kind of detail. So hopefully that makes sense. So now we've got an event set up. It's scheduled into the future. And I'm ready to rock and roll. Now, when the time is right for that event, I'll go into this event, I'll enter the studio, and then I will hit go live on the top right corner. And by doing that, it'll take a second, it'll click on, and then I'll be live on the platforms that I've set it up for. So I hope this is making sense. Hopefully this is coming together for everybody. Really, really encourage you to begin to learn how to use StreamYard. And if you're concerned about how to use it as a first step, or you're worried about it, I would encourage you to do a couple things. The first thing is just do a StreamYard and hit record. Don't broadcast it to any destinations. That's what I'm doing right now. And so then you can just try it out, experiment, and watch it later and see how it went. And then as a phase 2, when you get a little bit of confidence, you can pick a group in Facebook maybe that you manage that doesn't have that many people, or even set up a new group, something like that, where you have a really small audience, and then try to publish into that group. And that way it'll be live, it'll be broadcasting to an endpoint, but you won't be too freaked out about making mistakes or that kind of thing. Okay. And then when you're ready, go for the gusto, set them up so that you broadcast into a bunch of groups and channels, and then ultimately onto Amazon, which I would say is probably the big arena, and the place where you can get a ton of audience and really sell your products directly. Now, the exciting part in Amazon, of course, is that you can specifically sell your products right in Amazon, and they show up in the carousel, and it's a really, really nice environment to sell in. So I hope I've teased the topic up a little bit for you, piqued your interest, given you some insights into the opportunity and the strategy and the tools necessary to effectively go after this. Really appreciate you taking time to watch this presentation, and take care.